Breast is best, but for who? Is it for everyone? What happens if you want to breastfeed but you can't? Is formula really that bad? Does it have to be one or the other, or could it be both? How we choose to feed our baby is up to us, and it's different for everybody. Both nursing a baby and formula feeding provides its own pros and cons, and those are different for each individual person. We need to be understanding of this. We need to be less judgmental. We need to care less, to be honest. Why do we care how somebody else feeds their baby? It's up to us to decide how we want to choose to nourish and care for our own children, our family, and our husbands, not anybody else. In an article in the Huffington Post, there's this great quote that I think rings true 100%. It says, "If you're happy and your child is happy, then that's all that matters." And I'm going to add husband and other children too, because they, of course, play a part in how your family runs, right? So let's back up. Let's look at the basic information we know about formula feeding versus bottle feeding. According to Mayo Clinic, breast milk contains the right balance of nutrients for your baby and boosts your baby's immune system. It's considered the gold standard for infant nutrition. We've heard this before. That's not new information. But what we seem to forget a lot of times is the evolution that formula has made over the years. There's not just one kind. There's lots of different kinds that can tailor to your baby's specific needs and health benefits, health requirements. Enfamil, along with other formula brands, have formulas that offer an equivalent nutritional content to that of breast milk. It contains important brain-nourishing nutrients, probiotics designed to help support your baby's own natural defenses, an easy-to-digest protein blend, and a tailored level of vitamin D to ensure your baby gets the amount recommended by experts. So formulas come a long way. And so in a lot of ways, it's just as good as breast milk if that's what you decide to do. Whatever's best for you is the best for your baby. And so that's what choices we need to make as mothers. We don't need to be influenced by other people or how we think they might judge us or look at us. We need to just look at the facts and decide what's best for us. I have 3 children, as you can hear. And they were all fed very differently. My first baby was born, and I had a very strong desire to nurse her. I wanted to do it so bad, but she just couldn't. She had low muscle tone in her mouth and couldn't nurse despite her best efforts. And it took me a long time. I cried and cried and cried because I felt like I was going to be a failure as a mom if I wasn't able to nurse her. And my mom looked at me square in the face and she said, "Look, Nancy, you're no less of a mom if you can't nurse your baby. You can take care of her in lots of other ways." And that's what I needed to hear. I needed to know that I was going to be a good mom no matter what, no matter if I formula fed her or breastfed her. And our life was really happy after that transformation. I loved the freedom. I loved the time that my husband got to spend with her. I got to sleep more, which is great. I love to sleep. And so that worked really well for our family. So when my son was born, I still had this desire to nurse, and I tried and I succeeded so well, he wouldn't take a bottle to save his life. And that was really hard for me. I was used to the freedom of having a formula-fed baby, and I felt restricted and confined to him only nursing. And it made it really hard for my husband to connect with him. And there were a lot of other things that just didn't really work great. So with our third baby, we decided we would do both. I primarily nursed him But occasionally, once, maybe twice a day, he would get a bottle of formula. This gave my husband a chance to connect and bond with him. It gave me the flexibility to do things that I wanted to do. And it really worked great for us. And that's really what matters, is to find things that are important, to find things that work for us as mothers and as women in our home. So my invitation to you is to discuss what works best for you and for your family. Decide what makes you the happiest and your baby and your family the happiest, and go with it. Forget what other people are going to think or do or judge or glare at you. Do what makes you happy. And in return, look and glare and judge less of others. Respect their decision, regardless of what it is. Be understanding and loving. Being a mom is hard. It is hard whether you nurse or you bottle feed, or whether you work or don't work. The point is, we as mothers are doing the best we can. We're doing what's right for us and for our families. And we need to judge less. Be loving and supporting, encouraging, and just enjoy the blessings of being a mom and a friend to others who are in that kind of situation. And I think that if we do that, then these percentages will go down, and we'll be loving and supporting people and have a better society. Thank you very much.